Actor Fred Savage is speaking out after he got fired from the Wonder Years reboot in May over allegations of misconduct. The actor, who starred in the original series from 1988 to 1993, was serving as director and executive producer of the reboot when complaints of misconduct were made against him. Now, after several women spoke out describing his alleged behavior, Savage denied the claims. So, is Savage Boy in trouble?
Well, are the Savage Boys...
The Savage Boys.
Yeah, because, you know, because Ben...
Who's the Savage Boy? Oh.
Ben Savage from Boy Meets World here, yes. And then you also got Fred Savage. Yes.
I didn't know about the Boy Meets World. What happened?
Well, no, because it's like, I don't know.
We can't have anything anymore.
Well, the only reason I bring up the Savage Boys because, you know, anything can happen with the, like what happened with the Cuomo brothers, basically, with New York Governor Andrew Cuomo and CNN anchor Chris Cuomo, where they was trying to do like connection to like to defend their brothers and everything else, but it led them to like trouble, basically. So I'm not sure if there could be something similar to like what could be going on maybe between Ben Savage and Fred Savage. That's why I'm trying to bring up those connections here.
And what was Ben Savage's role in Boy Meets World?
Ben Savage,
you can refresh my and our viewers' memory here.
Well, Ben Savage played the role of Corey on Boy Meets World.
Oh, okay, the star.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. I didn't even realize they were brothers. So
yeah.
There you go.
Well,
wow.
It took a while to figure that out, but I knew because you just got to look at their last name and Google it, and it turns out they are brothers. Here.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, hopefully Ben hasn't been accused of any misconduct.
No, okay. I haven't heard anything. It's just mainly Fred Savage of the Wonder Years here, because that was being accused here because you know. He was fired of complaints of misconduct here, and he made a statement saying that since he was 6 years old, he's worked on hundreds of sets with thousands of people and has always tried to contribute to an inclusive, safe, and supportive work environment. Here.
Blah, 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 he lost me. I'm not buying the statement. I am not buying the statement because... First of all, it said several women have come forward, and you know my thoughts, as I explained in one of our previous episodes about sexual misconduct allegations. It's between 2 and 10% are false, so that means 90 to 98% are true. And the more women you have accusing him, the higher chance that becomes true.
Right.
So I just don't buy the statement that multiple women accuse him of misconduct. That's the first red flag. Second of all, the statement is very vanilla cookie cutter to me that you just read. And he also grew up in a different time. You know, he was working for all these years way before the Me Too movement. And, you know, before there was more awareness. I'm not saying that excuses his behavior, but I'm saying, you know, he probably wasn't that. He just was probably being inappropriate.
Yeah, but did you also...
Because a lot of people were.
Well, yeah, but there's also a point where he was trying not to be inappropriate because he clearly continued on with his statement saying, while there's some incidents being reported that absolutely did not and could not have happened, any one person who feels hurt or offended by my actions is one person too many. I will work to address and change any behavior that is negatively affected anyone, and nothing in this world is more important to me than being a supportive coworker, friend, husband, father, and person. So it's like, listen, I know
blah blah blah.
It may be blah blah blah, but at the same time, sometimes people just don't tend to like be mindful of what they've done in their heads here, and that's how it's like they just ignore it. But otherwise, and that's when the denials start coming in, but then but with other folks here, if they realize I didn't mean to do you no harm, because they know those are the people that don't have bad intentions, but they admit their mistakes. The ones that deny the things don't admit their mistakes of what they did, and that's the thing we gotta be careful of and be mindful of out here, because otherwise, things could get ugly here, you know?
Yeah, and he's not admitting it. You know, I think his apology is very much like, I'm sorry if I made you feel that way, which is not a real apology. Don't you agree?
Well, here's a real apology. We ran over time. We'll be right back here, okay?